bird up there. It's like, what are you doing? Hey, welcome back. It's so great to see you. Yeah, we're continuing to take advantage of the beautiful sunlight outside and the gorgeous weather. And if this is your first time tuning in and you're just checking out my videos, I'm Erica and I'm coming to you from Crushed. Thanks for checking out last week's video where we talked about the different measures that Disney is taking and the different procedures that they've changed. In this week's video, we're going to go ahead and check out if anything has changed, and I want to augment the information that I gave you last week. If you've liked the video and you're enjoying the information that's coming to you, consider giving me that thumbs up, maybe even subscribe so you can see how we're going to wrap up this Disney series and check out what we learned and what we might do differently the next time we visit Disney, as they have innovated and change the way that they operate to make the environment safe for you as well as the cast members. Disney is making sure that you are prepared before you even visit the parks. Depending on when you're going to visit the parks, you want to look at that calendar to make sure that it is available, as well as booking your resort stay so that everything is synced up and you have a smooth vacation and there are no bumps in your adventure. Again, Disney is making sure that they're following the guidelines of the CDC to ensure that everybody stays safe, and they are modifying and tweaking things daily. They're going through the different things that you can expect whenever you're visiting Disney. It's important that you go to Disney's website and you check out the different things that they're implementing and making sure that those parks and those resorts are available for you during the time that you want to stay. You're going to notice that there are temperature screenings whenever you're entering some of the offerings. If anyone in your party has a temperature of 100.4 or up, the entire party won't be able to enter the park or the offering that you're trying to get into. And there's still mandatory face coverings that are required for you and anyone that's age 2 and up, as well as cast members. So the cast members are still going to be wearing those face coverings while you're visiting. It's really just to keep you and them safe. They're continuing with that social distancing, so they're wanting people to stay that 6 feet apart. As more and more people become vaccinated, the restrictions and the measures are going to change and adapt with the time. And they're highly encouraging that you use that My Disney Experience app. So if you don't have that, it's available for Droid phones as well as Apple, and they sync right up to your Disney Pass. You can also load your credit card information on there so that you're using that mobile wallet whenever you're visiting the parks. And of course, Disney really wants you to know that COVID-19 is still prevalent in our society, and they're doing their best to make sure that they're following CDC guidelines and implementing those measures to keep you and everybody else safe. But there is an inherent risk. That's one of the things that I talked about a couple videos ago, where you're looking at what risks are associated with the decisions that you make. I'll go ahead and make sure that that's linked below. But I wanted to share with you one of the lunches that we had while we were visiting EPCOT. We went to Germany for lunch. And I have to tell you that the lunch was fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was buffet style. And if I haven't mentioned before, buffet style is not one of my favorites. I'm curious to find out if any of the buffets at Disney World are going to be switched from that type of offering to more of a plated option. So if any of you are visiting Disney before I get a chance to get down there, share that information with the community below so that we're armed with that before our next visit. That was something that I learned the first time we went to Disney, was to make sure that those restaurant reservations are put into place well in advance. The German restaurant was absolutely one of my favorites. I thoroughly enjoyed the food. I probably ate way too much. And towards the end of our meal, there was a really cool show that the cast members put on with some bells. And in next week's video, we're going to start to wrap up this Disney series. We're going to look at what we learned and what we might do differently. Okay, so before I close out the video, I just want you to think about the different things that you've got around your own community. At EPCOT, they've got all these different countries represented. What different countries are represented in your community? Are you able to go to a German restaurant that's not too far from home? So regardless of what you're planning for or while you're dreaming, get out there in your local community. Find a new restaurant. Get to the edge of that comfort zone and just get out there and crush it.
the time again, so don't be shy, don't be bashful. Forever, join us in today's for the body's point.